The ocean has always been a place of wonder and of warning. Long before satellites traced its currents and sonar mapped its depths, the sea was a moving darkness, alive with unseen forces. For those who crossed it, survival depended not only on skill, but on respect for what lay beneath the waves. Sailors spoke of calm waters that suddenly churned without warning, of ships that vanished where the sea appeared empty, of shadows rising from below, too vast to be whales, too deliberate to be storms. These were not told as stories meant to entertain. They were shared as caution, as memory. Among all the legends born from the deep, one name carried more weight than any other. The Kraken. It was said to dwell far below the surface, in waters so deep that even the light of the sun could not reach. A creature of unimaginable size, capable of pulling entire vessels into the abyss without a sound. To encounter it was not a battle, it was an erasure. For centuries, the Kraken existed at the edge of human understanding, dismissed as superstition, yet described with unsettling consistency by those who claimed to see it. Massive arms, a body like an island, the sea itself bending to its presence. Today, much of the world believes such creatures belong only to myth. And yet, more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. In its deepest regions, creatures larger and stranger than legend continue to be discovered. So the question remains, was the Kraken merely a monster of imagination, or was it a warning, born from real encounters with something that still waits below? To understand the Kraken, we must descend into the darkest parts of the ocean, and into the fears of those who first dared to cross it. This is the story of the Kraken, the most legendary sea monster ever imagined, and perhaps the most misunderstood. This is not just a tale of myth. It is a journey through history, science, fear, and the unexplored depths of the ocean. The earliest accounts of the Kraken emerged from the cold, unforgiving waters of the North Atlantic, particularly the seas between Norway, Iceland, and Greenland. Medieval sailors described something enormous lurking beneath the waves, a presence that caused the sea itself to behave unnaturally. When the Kraken surfaced, they said, the ocean boiled. Fish swarmed to the surface. Whirlpools formed where none had been before. Ships that ventured too close were never seen again. Unlike dragons or other mythical beasts, the Kraken was never described as supernatural. It was always presented as a real animal, just one that was too large, too old, and too rare to be understood. That distinction matters. Early Scandinavian texts described the Kraken as a massive, many-armed creature with a body so large it could be mistaken for land. Sailors claimed they would anchor their ships to it, believing it to be a small island, only to realize their mistake when it submerged. Later accounts refined the image: enormous tentacles, thick as ship masts. A central body hidden beneath the waves. Suckers capable of crushing wood and bone. A size ranging from several dozen meters to indescribably vast. What's striking is the consistency. Across centuries and cultures, the Kraken was almost always described as cephalopod-like, squid or octopus in form. Long before science confirmed such creatures existed. The Kraken was not merely a monster, it was an event. Sailors believed its movements could create sudden storms, generate massive whirlpools, alter ocean currents, lure fish in unnatural numbers. Some legends claimed the Kraken fed by releasing clouds of dark matter into the water, attracting fish before devouring them in a single, catastrophic motion. When it dove, the sea followed. In medieval Europe, the ocean was still largely unmapped, and fear filled the blank spaces. Cartographers decorated the edges of known seas with monstrous warnings: here be dragons. And here, often, was the Kraken. Natural historians of the 18th century treated the Kraken seriously. Some classified it alongside whales. Others believed it to be a unique species, possibly the largest animal on Earth. Importantly, these scholars were not fantasy writers. They were attempting to catalogue reality with the limited information they had. And they all agreed on one thing: if the Kraken existed, it lived where humans could not follow. In the 19th century, something extraordinary happened. Giant squid, once dismissed as pure fantasy, began washing ashore. These animals, some exceeding 40 feet in length, possessed massive eyes, powerful tentacles, and intelligence far beyond what was expected of invertebrates. Later discoveries revealed the even larger colossal squid, heavier and stronger still. Suddenly, the Kraken no longer seemed impossible. Modern marine biologists now know that the deep ocean remains over 80% unexplored. Gigantic cephalopods thrive in extreme depths. Squid and octopus demonstrate problem-solving intelligence. Some deep-sea species live far longer than previously believed. The line between legend and reality began to blur. If a Kraken existed, or still exists, its home would be the abyss. Miles beneath the surface, sunlight disappears. Pressure crushes steel. Temperatures hover near freezing. It is a world fundamentally hostile to human life. Yet life thrives there. Creatures grow larger in the deep, following a phenomenon known as deep-sea gigantism. Food is scarce, predators are few, and evolution favors size, strength, and patience. In such an environment, a creature like the Kraken is not only plausible, it is logical. The Kraken has never truly faded. It appears in literature, film, and modern folklore as a symbol of nature's supremacy over humanity. The fear of the unknown, the dangers of exploration, the arrogance of assuming we understand our world. Unlike many mythical beasts, the Kraken doesn't breathe fire or cast spells. It doesn't speak, it doesn't bargain, it simply exists, vast, silent, and indifferent. That may be why it endures. The Kraken represents a truth humanity struggles to accept. There are forces in this world that do not care if we understand them. Whether the Kraken was a misinterpreted giant squid, a rare deep-sea species never properly documented, or a composite of fear and experience, it was born from real encounters with a hostile, mysterious ocean. And even today, as our technology advances and our maps grow more complete, the deep still keeps its secrets. Somewhere below, in the crushing dark where no light has ever reached, something ancient may still be moving. Waiting. Release the Kraken. Tales of the World is your gateway to the most fascinating stories ever told. From ancient myths and forgotten legends to eerie folklore and unexplained mysteries, we travel across cultures and centuries to uncover the tales that shaped humanity. Mythology from every corner of the world, chilling folklore and ghost stories, legends, curses, and lost civilizations, unexplained phenomena and dark history. New stories every week. Subscribe and journey beyond the known world.